Hi guys, it's Brittany. So today I'm going to do a dream time video. And I had this dream like maybe 4 years ago. I'm not too sure. It's been so long. And I just have to say this, but last night I did watch Scream 2. And so when I was watching Scream 2, it made me think of this dream I had years ago. And I thought, you know what? I have to tell this dream because one, it's October, and two, because I did watch Scream 2 last night, I thought, okay, um, it's just reminding me of this like scary but sad dream that I had about Scream 2. So I thought I have to mention it. I have to talk about it. So years ago, I have to say maybe 5 years ago. Okay, so somewhere around there, because now the Scream franchise is my favorite um scary movie franchise. It is. And so years ago, um now before I get into the dream, I'll just have to say that I do love watching Scream 2. I do, but I think there was a time where I did not know what happened to one of my favorite characters, and that's Randy. And so I did not know he was killed off in Scream 2. So it wasn't until when I was like 18. Yeah, it wasn't until when I was 18 where I watched Scream 2 again. But when I did, I watched it with my sister and our best friend. And when we were watching it, um, I was not prepared for what I was about to see. So for the first time, yeah, for the first, let's say because I was really watching Scream 2 the whole thing this time when I was 18. So when I was watching it, like I said, with my sister and with our best friend, and I was 18 at the time. So this time when I was watching it the whole thing, I did not know what to expect. So when I saw my favorite character, Randy, when I saw him how he was being killed off, but of course when I saw him how he was talking to Ghostface for the first time on the phone, um, and that in that sense there's this fan and he had his back turned and all of a sudden Ghostface just grabs him from behind, pulls him in, and kills him. Now, when I saw that for the first time, I was not prepared for that. And so when I saw that how he was being grabbed and pulled into the van, I literally screamed out no, like so loud. And because I did that, um, I remember I was like feeling so shocked, and I was starting to cry because I'm like, no, like what is going on here? So of course, when I saw how he was stabbed 4 times and how he was just killed off like that, you know, and and all that. So when I saw that, I believe me, I was so sad. I was crying hard. And believe me, even when I still see that, I still feel sad because I'm like, he did not deserve that. He did not deserve to die. Like, what the heck? Like, he should have been alive in Scream 3 and Scream 4. Because I think things would have turned out somewhat better in those movies, you know? Like in certain situations and certain scenes and all that. So, anyway, on with the dream. So, because of that, I remember, I think because after being so shocked and disturbed and so sad after seeing that for the first time because I never known that happened, and so because I was so really sad by that and shocked by that as well, I remember, like I said, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had this dream. Okay, now on with the dream, I was on the set of Scream 2. And here's a funny thing too. I remember I had to get these boxes and I had to put them inside this house, which the house was on the set of Scream 2. And so, and here's the thing, no one else was around but me. So I was all alone. No one else was around for me to really talk to interact with. So with me being by myself, that was kind of lonely and just kind of scary too. And so when I was like putting these boxes inside this house on the set of Scream 2, I know this may sound funny, but at the same time, I was scared in the dream. So because I was scared in the dream, I did not thought it was funny in the dream. But of course, when I woke up, I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny. Okay, so imagine this: I pick up one box, I put it down on this side, and then I turn to the window of the house on the set. And when I turn to the window, all of a sudden I see Ghostface. He pops up in front of the window outside. And when he did, I'm screaming like, ah! I scream, and then I turn around to get another box, and of course he was gone. But then of course when I got another box, I turn around to the window. He shows up again. I scream, and then I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And so it happened again the third time because I went to pick up another box, put it down, and when I looked out the window, there he is again. Like, he shows up in front of the window from outside, and I scream again. So, after that, at some point, he vanished. Like, Ghostface just disappeared. And so after he disappeared, I noticed that across from the house on the set was the van. It was the van that Ghostface killed Randy in. So since I saw that, I remember I had this very paused look. Like, I remember I paused for a moment because after Ghostface left and he just vanished, like into thin air, I remember I turned around, I looked out the window, and I saw the van that, like I said, that Ghostface killed Randy in. So since it was like across from the house and I could see it from the window, across from me, I looked out and I'm like, like I had that look. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's the van, So I was just taking it all in, like, oh my gosh, like what's it doing here? So, and here's another thing too. Since I thought, okay, maybe I should go out and go near it. Go near the fan, and I don't know whether that was a good idea or not because, from the moment I went outside, all of a sudden I heard music. Like, I heard this really sad, haunting music. Okay, the kind of music you hear, from Scream, like at the end credits of Scream. It's not the song of it's not whispered to it's not whispered to the screen, not the song. It's more like the instrumental music part, after that song's over in the end credits and you hear that song, which sounds sad but haunting as well. Like that music, which I will probably leave the link to the video of that down below so you can know what I'm talking about. Now that I was hearing that. I was hearing that the moment I walked out of the house. Where it's kind of like, I don't know how to put it, but it's just that that music was actually sounds like I said, haunting. And so I was hearing that. And then when I was walking up to the van, the music of that haunting music from Scream, um, it got louder. And I noticed when I was getting closer and closer to the van, that music got louder and louder. And here's the thing, I remember I was reaching for the handle of the van to open it. And I remember I was like this, about to open it. And the music I can hear is still playing. you know? It still is. And no, actually, here's another thing too. I don't know why. No, actually, it wasn't the music that played when I got out of the house. And here's the thing. So when I got out of the house, I can hear a song playing, but only for a little bit. I can hear the song "Unbreak My Heart." Um, so when I got out of the house, I can hear the music playing, well, that song playing, but only for a little bit. And the lyrics I heard from the song was um, "Unbreak My Heart." But when it came to the hard part, it was kind of like echoey, and all of a sudden it faded, and I no longer heard that part of the song, and I didn't hear the rest of the song afterwards. And when I was walking up closer to the van, that's when I heard the sad, haunting music from the soundtrack of Scream. And so when I got closer and closer to the van, even when I was about to open it, it got loud and it just kept playing and playing. And I remember even my hand was kind of shaky because I'm like, because I didn't know whether if I was going to open the van door. Here's what I thought. I thought either Ghostface is in there, and if I open it, he just may come out of there and chase me, and you know, just may chase me around. I'm gonna be screaming, or whether if I'm gonna see Randy in there, except seeing his um, dead body in there. And I thought if I were to see that, I would feel so sad because I'm gonna be crying in the dream. Um, and I didn't know whether there would be nothing and no one in the van and it would just be empty, or I didn't even know this, which could be possible. I didn't know whether if somehow Randy would be in there but not dead, but somehow if he somehow may be alive, in the van, and if I open the door, that he just may come out of the van alive, and he may be like, "Hey, like, are you okay? Why do you look so scared?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were dead." It's like I didn't know what to expect. Like, okay, either Ghostface is in there or Randy's in there dead. Like how he looks from Scream 2 in that scene, or if he may be in there but alive, or nothing and no one would be in there. But yeah, to me, it's like seeing the fan. I think seeing the fan in the dream was just like a reminder um how one of my favorite characters was killed so unexpectedly. And to me, I just thought like that didn't need to happen. um so I didn't do it. I didn't open the door because I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I didn't know whether if somebody was going to be in there or not, or at all. Like, I don't know. So because I was feeling sad, and because I think that scene from the movie, and because to me seeing how like Randy was getting stabbed, from the movie, and because that was in my mind, I'm like, no, like I can't open the van door. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm gonna see in there. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna walk away. So I did. And then when I was walking away from the fan, because I was having that sad moment, and I just didn't do it. And so, and because when I walked away from the fan, all of a sudden that music I was hearing, it was starting to fade away. Let's just say it was starting to fade away slowly when I was walking away from the van. And so, and I think here's why I heard the music when I was walking up towards the van. I think I heard the music because it, I think it somehow reminded me that one of my favorite characters in the movie got killed unexpectedly, and how because I felt really sad, watching that, and how I still feel sad seeing that, because I'm like, that didn't need to happen. Like, really? that wasn't necessary. I mean, believe me, I could make a complaint on why I didn't want his character to be killed. I mean, I could go on about that, but I'm not going to. Cause this video will be long, so I don't know. And but yeah, to me, I think he didn't deserve to be killed because to me, I think his character really was he was smart and I think he had a lot of potential. And I think if he somehow, let's say, did survive in part two, and let's say if he was shown alive in Scream 3 and Scream 4, I do think that somehow maybe certain things and certain scenes in 3 and 4 could have turned out better, you know? At least that's what I think, in my opinion. But yeah, I just think that ever since what happened in Scream 2, that certain things that happened in Scream 3 and 4, I just think there are probably certain situations in both of those movies that he could have been there alive and to at least protect his friends and at least to even save some innocent characters, you know, as well. At least that's what I think. Because to me, that it just makes a lot more sense if he was alive in both 3 and 4. But because that never happened, it's like, okay, why? Why do you have to do that? Um, so yeah, anyway, that was all the dream, and I woke up. And the thing is, when I woke up from the dream, I felt sad. I felt sad because I was like, okay, like this sad dream, it showed me like how much, like how sad I felt when I first saw my favorite character being killed, and I'm like if only that didn't happen, like oh, like I think so much could have happened in 3 and 4 if his character was alive. If you know what I mean. At least that's what I think. So anyway, that's all for the dream. Um, but yeah, I still don't like that part in Scream 2. And because I did watch it last night, I thought, okay, I have to tell this dream. Not just that, but yeah, to be honest, even when I still watch that part, it still makes me sad seeing that. And it just makes me, yeah, feel sad and just makes me feel like that should have never happened. So anyway, if you enjoyed this Dreamtime video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And you'll be seeing more spooky videos on my channel for this month. And yeah, I'm so excited for that. So that's all for today. And I'll see you at the movies.